Dozens of Russian motorcyclists were moving to a pre-coordinated location, unaware that their route was already guarded by snipers. A Ukrainian Azov sniper unit has launched another surprise attack on a Russian motorcyclist convoy near Toretsk. A military source described the operation as silent, precise, and deadly. The opening video shows the presence of Ukrainian Azov snipers from several locations, and hundreds of motorcyclists moving as if safe. Unbeknownst to them, drones and snipers from the Ukrainian Azov unit had been waiting for them. Dozens of Russian motorcyclists appeared to be moving in a coordinated manner toward a predetermined point. Hours before the convoy set off, however, Ukrainian reconnaissance units had already established strategic positions in the hills and ruins around Toretsk. Their positions were designed to obscure each other's view, creating an observation zone that was difficult to detect from the air. This is where the new face of modern warfare begins to emerge. It's not just about who shoots first, but who sees farther and faster. Ukrainian Azov troops. Not leaving the snipers alone, they deployed reconnaissance drones to track enemy positions and keep their team safe. Before switching to snipers, Azov Ukraine months ago, as Russian forces attempted to penetrate the defense line on the eastern side of Pokrovsk, a city that serves as a key stronghold in the Donetsk region, one of Ukraine's German-made Leopard 1, A-5 tanks emerged from cover. From very close range, the armored vehicle unleashed 105mm rounds, targeting enemy positions attempting to establish a foothold in open ground. After repeated failures to breach the direct defenses in Pokrovsk, Russian forces appeared to be changing their approach. They were attempting a flanking attack, exploiting the route to the town of Kostiantynivka, located about 40 kilometers to the northeast, hoping to flank the Ukrainian defenses on a weaker flank. That midweek, a large convoy of Russian armored vehicles consisting of dozens of BMPs and support trucks was seen moving from the Novolenivka area toward the village of Yablonivka, which is on the same route to Kostiantynivka. However, the movement did not go unnoticed. From a distance, Ukrainian Marines from the 36th Brigade and troops from the 12th Azov Brigade had already detected the convoy through drone reconnaissance. As soon as the Russian vehicles crossed the open area, a hail of mini airstrikes from FPV drones and guided munitions struck them. As black smoke began to billow, several vehicles caught fire, and the remaining Russian troops were forced to scatter for cover. This is what's happening on the front lines. Sniper teams associated with Azov are becoming a major problem for Russian troops. They're not just shooting randomly, they're targeting motorcyclists and small teams trying to infiltrate. The result? Many infiltration attempts fail before they can cause significant problems behind our lines. The hotspot: the area around Pokrovsk and Mirnograd. There, Azov snipers in conjunction with other sniper units work to stop enemy advances one by one. There are reports of attacks that overwhelm enemy troops because their movements are cut off first. The bottom line: enemy movement is slowed, pressure on our defenses is reduced, and command time is given to organize a response. Some circulating claims also suggest firing from extremely long distances, some say up to several kilometers, combined with advanced optical systems, precision ammunition, and modern intelligence support. To be clear, claims of extreme ranges are interesting, but not all of them have been confirmed by independent sources. So, consider them reports that need to be double-checked. Why is this important to you who follow the news? Because this kind of tactic has a dual effect. Tactically, it reduces the enemy's ability to infiltrate. Psychologically, it makes the enemy think twice before moving. But don't forget, every military victory has consequences. Civilians and infrastructure are often the ones most affected if the fighting escalates. One more thing: war news is easily embellished. Casualty figures, technical claims, and heroic tales often circulate without solid verification. So if you come across a viral post about hundreds of enemy killed, or shelling up to 4,000 meters, double-check the source before sharing. Official sources, journalists on the ground, or reports from independent organizations, those are the ones worth trusting. In conclusion, Azov snipers and similar units appear to play a significant role in hindering enemy infiltration and maintaining the front lines. They make enemy movement risky, but all field claims deserve verification. If you'd like, I can summarize this into a short version for social media captions, or a longer, more dramatic version for the general reader. Which would you prefer? In a rapidly changing conflict zone, a number of Ukrainian combat units, including the Azov unit, are increasingly relying on collaboration between snipers and reconnaissance drones to track and suppress enemy movements. Before the first shot is fired, observers say, sniper teams are almost always supported by small drones flying over the area of operation. From the air, the drone operator maps enemy positions, observes their movement, and determines safe routes for the ground team when necessary. This visual data is then relayed in real time to the sniper team hidden at strategic points. The drone is the eye in the sky, the sniper is the hand that executes, said a tactical analyst who follows developments on the Eastern Front. With a live video feed, the ground team is no longer shooting based on guesswork. They are shooting based on real, confirmed sightings. This operational pattern has proven particularly effective against fast-moving vehicles like motorcycle convoys. Once the drone registers a column or group passing through open ground, coordinates and images are immediately sent to the sniper team. In some cases, a secondary drone is deployed to monitor the results of the fire or ensure the area is clear before the team moves again. This change disrupts the traditional structure of a sniper team, which typically consists of a shooter and a spotter. Now, that role has expanded to include small units that integrate remote drone operators, spotters, and shooters working as a complementary unit. Observers cite the primary operational benefits: reduced personnel exposure, more efficient use of ammunition, and increased probability of hitting high-value targets. In terrain like eastern Ukraine, littered with rubble, trees, and narrow paths, the ability to see further is often the difference between success and failure. However, reliance on electronic eyes also carries vulnerabilities. An adversary with electronic jamming capabilities or counter-UAV systems can reduce the effectiveness of the drone's sniper link. Furthermore, much of the published operational material from military unit footage needs to be independently verified to avoid unverified claims. This development reflects a broader trend in modern warfare. Information dominance and speed of decision-making are often more decisive than sheer physical strength. For small units like the Azov, the ability to combine aerial reconnaissance and ground execution has transformed the way they confront mobile threats on the front lines.